Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all doing really well. So I've pre-recorded a lot of these videos that are going up in October, and it's only August right now. It's really hot here, so I'm sorry if you can hear my air conditioner kicking in and out in the background. So we're just gonna have to deal with it because it's super hot and I'm just not willing to turn it off. So October, of course, we're all about the spooky books. So I've got 4 new releases here that I'm super excited about. Some authors that I know well and some authors that are completely brand new to me. So we're gonna hop right into it here. So here's some new books coming out in October that I think you guys will be excited about too. So coming out October the 6th is The Witch in the Well by Camilla. And so this is a completely new author to me, but this sounds so good. So it says here, when 2 former friends reunite after decades apart, their grudges, flawed ambitions, and shared obsession swirl into an all-too-real echo of the terrible town legend. Centuries ago, beautiful young Isbeth Clark was accused of witchcraft after several children disappeared. Her acquittal did nothing to stop her fellow townsfolk from drowning her in a well where the missing children were last seen. When author and social media influencer Elena returns to the summer paradise of her youth to get her family's manor house ready to sell, the last thing she expected was connecting with and feeling inspired to write about Isbeth's infamous spirit, the very historical figure that her ex-childhood friend Kathy has been diligently researching and writing about for years. What begins as a fiercely competitive sense of ownership over Isbeth and her story soon turns both women's worlds into something more haunted and dangerous that they ever could imagine. So we're dealing with a local legend here, a witch that was killed because, you know, the townsfolk basically didn't like someone, and it just sounds really good. So the only thing I'm concerned about with this one is that, you know, hopefully there's not too much cattiness and it concentrates on the story of the urban legend and the witch and all of that kind of thing. But I really did like the sound of this one, so hopefully that one is going to live up to that expectation. So also out on October 6th is a new one that I have heard nothing about, haven't heard anything about this author. It's called The Girl in the Mist by Vinaya, Bhagat. And it says here, this spooky supernatural thriller dives deep into Indian folklore with a modern update on the legend of the Shakwa, a kind of shape-shifting trickster that can bring blessings or curses. After Vinaya Bhagat's narrator loses her parents to a tragic car accident, she heads to India to get to know her distant family, but soon she finds herself at the center of a web of mysterious attacks and even more mysterious legends. So again, dealing with another kind of urban legend here. I really like the sound of all of these folkloric sounding stories. This is definitely what I wanted to put in for my October new releases list because it just kind of wraps in with the whole feeling of the season. So again, that's The Girl in the Mist, and it's out on October the 6th. So the next one is switching gears completely. It sounds super funny, so a little bit of like comedic horror, I guess. So this one is called Sign Here by Claudia Lux, and it's out on October the 25th. So this one is about Peyote Trip, and he works in hell. It says that he has a pretty good deal working in hell, the deals department on the 5th floor. Sure, none of his pens work, the coffee machine has been out of order for a century, and the only drink on offer is Jägermeister, but Pei has a plan, and all he needs is one last member of the Harrison family to sell their soul to the devil. So that's all I needed to know right there. Sounds hilarious, something completely out of the norm that I would normally read, and probably most of us would read, but sounds really good. So definitely wanted to stick that one in here on this list. So that is Sign Here by Claudia Lux, and it's out on October the 25th. And the last book coming out on Halloween, October the 31st, is The Vessel by Adam Nevill. And Adam Nevill, of course, is someone who most people in the horror community have either read about or know about, and he is a really fantastic writer. His writing of atmosphere, I think, is pretty much unparalleled with anyone else. So I read his book, No One Gets Out Alive. last year, I believe, right at the beginning of the year, and it was so, so good. I loved it from cover to cover. So super excited about this one. So this one is about a woman named Jess, and she is struggling a little bit. She wants to get away from an abusive ex, so she takes her daughter and she takes a job at a sprawling estate to care for an elderly shut-in, and it's called Nerthus House. And the whole house has this labyrinthine interior, and it's filled with pagan artifacts, and dark things start to happen to Jess. So it says, a sinister enigma determined to reveal itself to Jess and to drive her to the end of her tether. Not only is she stricken by the malign manipulation of the vicarage's bleak past, but Mercurial Flo, who is the elderly shut-in, is soon casting a baleful influence over young Izzy. What appeared to be a routine job soon becomes a battle for Jess's sanity and control of her child. So, I mean, it sounds like, you know, one of those things where a woman who doesn't have anywhere else to go takes a job, goes in, and she can't find any way out. So one thing that Adam Nevill does very, very well is writing that closed in sort of claustrophobic feeling and this feeling of entrapment. And I'm really, really hoping that this book is going to have all of those same feels that it did when I read No One Gets Out Alive. So again, that's The Vessel, and it's out on October the 31st. So there you guys go. I wanted to stick with books coming out in October that really had those spooky vibes. Of course, we got a little bit of comedy thrown in there as well, but it sounds like some really, really great picks. So I'm sure there's something on this list for everyone to go out and pick up. So there you guys go. That's everything I have for you today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Leave me a question or a comment down below, because you know I love chatting with you guys. But until next time, stay spooky, everybody. Bye.